Why, hello everyone. Welcome back to Bug Night, and this, the hard mode closing episode. I don't know what to call these, but stuff's hard. Stuff is hard, but maybe not today though. We're gonna see. There's still a few loose ends that I gotta tie up, I think, before we go into the last few challenges. And we might start doing Nightmare King Grim toward the end of this, depending on how fast the rest of this goes. But there's still a few things that y'all have recommended I stop by and check, and just a few last little lore bits worth checking out before we go on and just do all fights all the time. So let's just kind of do a bit of that. I'm gonna go zip first, I think, over to... I think I need to go to Green Path first, so let's head over that way. See you in a bit. Boy, it seems like nothing now, huh? Oh, spoke too soon. Well, whatever. First try, though. Do I need to, I can probably just crystal zip. Let's crystal zip. Anyway, I'm going this way because I'm told there's something worth checking at the Nail Master's house. Forget which one lives here. Or I forget what its name is. It's the painting... Nail Master who paints now. Don't remember their name, though. Shio, maybe? I guess we'll find out, huh? Oh, he's got company now. Are you the nailsmith? You're the nailsmith. So this is where you went. Dang. I wondered where you went. You have friends now, yay. Oh, look, he's joined us. We have quite a merry crowd now, don't we? This fellow came wandering into my hut, quite distraught and on his own quest for a new calling in life. We talked and found a common love of creating and building and honing a craft. Now we make art together. It's good to have company. I hadn't realized how lonely I was. It's like being with my brothers again. Stay with us if you like. That's great. I love it. Building these models takes patience and a light touch. It's worth it though, seeing the grand old knights of Hollow Nest come to life before your eyes. Mighty Hegemol was always my favorite. What a towering figure he was, though surprisingly soft-spoken for one so large. They were all impressive in their own right, of course. Fierce Drya, kindly Isma, mysterious Zimmer, and the other one. Okay, so hang on. Let's see the list again. So Hegemol, I don't think we've run into a Hegemol that I am aware of. Dryad, no idea. Isma, we know what happened to Isma. Zemur makes me wonder if Zemur is either the one who gave us the flower to deliver, or the one that we delivered the flower to. The trader's child. Not sure. Mysterious. And then there's also Orgrim, is that the name? The Dung Defender, who is Shio doesn't feel like mentioning. I love it. My brother Horo, what drove you to hide away deep down at the very edge of that ash-swept grave? Was it pride, or fear, or shame? Perhaps you should lay down your nail if it haunts you so. Find a new calling that eases your soul. Yes, indeed. How are you doing?
Ranjo Stenja.
Oh, hello, traveler. How strange that we should meet again in a world as vast as this. I must thank you for not killing me when I asked you to. I was irritated at first, but I had some time to think up here, and I soon saw the wisdom in your decision. The world is made of more than metal and weapons. I set out exploring, and soon found my way here. Shio is a master of many arts, and has promised to teach me what he can. I think I'll be quite happy here. Oh, hooray. The happy couple. What good little art buds.
Ranjo Stenja.
We're building a full suite of the kingdom's knights. In their time, I barely ever paid them attention, but Shio keenly remembers each. It's so refreshing. Nothing like the crude practice of nail work. I just love all the intricate details. Oh, look at them have their fun. And he's making a little white knight. What are those called? They're called something. I got one in my journal, which, by the way, this journal needs to get filled out too. There's a couple I'm missing still. So that's one more thing for me to be doing today. King's Mold, that's what the thing is. Yeah. Ah, hooray. An age spent toiling alone. This is much nicer. Oh, good. Good. Well, you two be happy. All right. That was fun. And very rewarding. Now let's wander off to the next thing. Aha! Alright, so we're back in Kingdom's Edge now, and the reason I'm back here is because someone said there was a body to be found here below the Colosseum. That's why bodies have been falling down here, by the way. Just they've been falling out of the Colosseum of Fools, corpses just kind of landing down here. That's what we've been seeing, and here's a particularly noteworthy one, ignoring all these other little annoying bugs. Tiso! So this is where you wound up. A little bit underwhelming, I have to say, after all the big talk. Why? Well, rip Tiso, I guess. All right, what else? Oh, and someone else. So, now... So the next thing we need to do is we need to fill out the rest of the Hunter's Journal. There's two things we're missing, and they're two things that are they're the kind that you have to just like find a particular landmark, not actually kill living stuff. And I think I know where the last two are. I did a little research. So the first one I think is going to take us... Oh, where do I need to go? Oh, I think I need to get into a City of Tears actually, so let me head over that way. Okay, so we're back in King Station. Apparently there's a door near the station that I just didn't find or go into yet. So let me go poking around outside. Hello? Does anyone have a door that I've not entered yet? I don't mean to be a bother, just looking to explore a little further as king of this realm. This might be it. This might be it. No, this just had a grub. Maybe there's another one? Keep on looking. Up here, maybe. Y'all get out of the way. Maybe it's inside the station for all I know. Anything? Anyone? Let's see, up here is the Tower of Love, I think, right? Or... No, this is making its way up toward the Pleasure House, that's right. Which I don't think there were little discreet, like, rooms in here. Not that I remember. Excuse me. Hey. No sneak attacks. Hello? This one, maybe? Anything? I've been in here too. Y'all get out of the way. Nothing else to spot in here that I can see. Unless, hang on, maybe I needed to like jump and climb? Is that something? No, no, nope. This one I think is the Pleasure House, right? Yes. And unless there's a little branch in here that I missed, I don't think this is it. But I will come back here to double check if I don't find it anywhere else. I guess I could have looked up specifically exactly where it was and saved all of us the trouble, but whatever, that's what editing's for. Gotta be something around here. Oh, there, I just had to jump. It wasn't a breakable one, it was, you run up against this wall and jump, and goodness. Glad I knew this was here. Hi. My light is the only true light. Follow me! Okay, you do damage. We fight! Also, boo on light. Just kind of as a matter of principle. Boo on light. Well, that one should be that, so, alright. There's one or two more. I think I need to head down toward the... where is it? I think the basin first. yeah, first the ancient basin, then down toward the abyss. So, to the basin! Oop, I was wrong. Not the ancient basin. That option only exists up until you defeat the, what's it called? Lost Vessel, I think? I need those little light seed things that just spring around everywhere. And I think I need a couple more, so let me go see if I can get them to respawn. Can you just go like one room and then back? Yeah, good. Okay, yeah, there we go. Got that one. All right, this last one definitely is down in the abyss though, so be right back. Okay, back in the far reaches of the abyss. Back pretty close to where we got our, I guess we're kind of off the grid now with the, we're down here-ish. Close to here, but I think this is the room where I missed a thing. So let's see if we can find the thing. Found the thing. Where is it though? And hello? Hello? Whoa, cool. Is this the thing? An imprint of abyss given form. That's the thing. And we've completed the Hunter's Journal. Technically, there's more to go into the Hunter's Journal, more bosses we've not yet encountered, but the way it apparently works is, like, there's a basic collection of stuff that counts for Hunter's Journal completion, and then there's a whole bunch of additional bosses that will get added as you encounter them, but they do not count toward the total. Like, we have officially completed the journal, is what I'm saying. So let's read through the last couple things that we found, like the gorgeous husk. A corpulent husk encrusted with a shining metal retains the instinct to hoard geo. There's beauty in many things. Reflection of light and water, the taste of freshly killed meat, the cry of a hatchling for its mother. I've never understood the lust for metals and stones, though. Here's one that we didn't finish until recently. The Duranda, rather, thinks itself fully protected and so is unconcerned by passers-by. Attack its face and teach it that nothing is ever safe. The Light Seed. Strange air has been seeping down from above for years. Some of the air became liquid, and some of that liquid became flesh, and some of that flesh came to life. I don't know what to make of it. Me either. And finally, I think, void tendrils. Fragments of void taking the shape of sharp, thrashing tendrils. The bugs of Hollow Nest sometimes wondered whether there were other, older, stranger kingdoms deep below them. What strange fancies they had. That's probably why they were always so distracted and easy to kill. I like the Hunter. Speaking of which, let's go see the Hunter. See what the Hunter thinks of all of our progress. A little bit of a hike to get out to the Hunter. Kind of clear across green path where there's not really a stag anywhere close by. By the way, I know there is one other thing on these. There's another loose end that I could do. Well, there's numerous little tiny loose ends that I could do, bits of dialogue I could get from one place or another. There are some that I'm just not going to. I'm not going to chase down every single potential bit of dialogue or thing we could see. I'm trying to get the most interesting stuff, though, for sure. One that's kind of noteworthy that I don't think I'm going to bother with is the Mr. Mushroom quest, which, do you remember, those of you who don't already know what I'm talking about, y'all remember that Mr. Mushroom character we randomly ran into down in the fungal wastes, who just gave us a little poem, how Mr. Mushroom readjusts? Apparently, in doing that quest, you can kind of like find Mr. Mushroom in various little places all over Hollow Nest, and apparently, if you complete that quest, you get an additional sort of joke ending, which I think that's super amusing that exists. I just don't feel like going to the trouble. Maybe later, in the very likely event that we're going to have to watch the remaining endings, just find them on YouTube and kind of watch them together because I just cannot get to the dang things myself. Maybe we'll throw that one in there just for funsies. But, yeah. Anyway. We made it! Hello, Hunter. I've been busy. Hello. Your journal. Let me see it. Yes, the Hunter's Journal is complete. You've proven yourself a true hunter, a master of killing. And so, with great pleasure, I will give you the reward you deserve. Yes. Ah! Hey. Oh! Whoa! Are we fighting? That was very good. The Hunter's Mark. A mark of honor belonging to a true hunter. The mark will be kept in the Hunter's Journal. Well, you're a weird-looking one, huh? Let's see what the mark says. The mark of a true hunter. I have no offspring, nor subjects, nor worshippers. The sum of my being, my learning, my instincts. I leave it all to you. Good luck, hunter. Ah, hooray. Look what we've done. You have my mark, and you shall be recognized as one of my rare caste. Fellow hunter, I have nothing else to give you. And no thoughts, apparently. Well, I guess we kind of know what sort of things you'd be thinking about. Well, hooray! We did a thing. Let me out. What a weird and delightful character. Ah. There we go. Okay, well, what am I doing next? Oh yeah, I want to go see Lim. To Lim! Why, hello, Lemmingway. How are you doing?
Velmi Artred.
I got stuff to sell you because you tell me neat new things for a lot of them. So let's see if there's any more little lore bits to get. And I might as well just add to this ridiculous pile of money.
Artred.
A king's idol. With as many of these as you've delivered, the other relic seekers are like to think I've gone mad for the king. Ha, who am I kidding? They'll only be jealous of my collection. Find me more.
Velmi Artred.
Okay.
War's son?
A king's idol. Uh-oh, okay. So you've run out of things to say for those.
Velmi Artred.
Fine, fair enough. What about Hallownest seals?
Oh, Paul.
Another Hallownest seal? Pass it over. I enjoy collecting their like, but there's little information to be gleaned of each. Mind you, they do keep a nice shine about them, and there's nothing wrong with appreciating something purely on aesthetic merits.
Velmi Artred.
I guess that's true, but it also probably means that you've nothing left to say.
War's son? Gian.
Do you have anything else for me? If not, get your damp little self out of my home.
Velmi Artred.
Cute.
Oh, Paul.
Others have told me there's a statue out by the city's entrance depicting a large knightly figure. Could it be one of the kingdom's Great Five? I'd have looked it over myself, but the gate's long been shut tight, and it's too much hassle taking the long way around with all those blasted husks about.
Velmi Artred.
He does have some new things to say, that's nice.
Velmi Artred.
Yep, that's another Hallownest seal, all right. The shop will be overflowing with these things soon. Gah, I'd never guessed so many would still be lying around. If they're as common as you make them seem, maybe I've been offering too much for them?
Velmi Artred.
I don't think so. Although I do have more money than anyone could ever take from me.
Paul.
Another Hallownest seal? Pass it over then.
Velmi Artred.
Okay, now he's done. And probably the same for these journals too, huh?
Oh, Paul.
Wanderer's Journal. You've a knack for finding these. Corpses must be frequent on your journey. No doubt your nails created many more.
Velmi Artred. Oh, Paul.
Another Wanderer's Journal, eh? This journal is of traditional stone type. Text endures well upon it. In its declining age, this city switched from stone to parchment woven of spider's silk. It's a small tragedy, but the moisture in these towers has rendered most of those texts illegible.
Velmi Artred. Velmi Artred.
A Wanderer's Journal? Have you heard that saying about stone journals? If danger lurks close by and your nail is dulled with wear, just swing your journal at your foes with blunt and deadly flair. It's a good one, isn't it? And accurate. They sure have a heft to them.
Velmi Artred. Velmi Artred.
What's that? A Wanderer's Journal? I have so many of these now. Once I get around to deciphering them all, I'll be the preeminent scholar on Halonest's dead.
Velmi Artrit. Velmi Artrit.
A Wanderer's Journal? It's quite incredible how many of these you've collected. You must have traveled the breadth of the kingdom to accrue such a haul.
Velmi Artrit. Kachail.
A Wanderer's Journal. Okay, there we go. I think we've got everything he's going to say. And altogether too much money. Thank you, Lem. Oh yeah, I got a couple more stops. Hang on. Okay, so first I want to stop in here and just say a quick thing about this real fast. So, I don't know that I like how this resolves. Like, I think that this might actually have been a little bit of a misstep. So, let's see, happy, right. Okay, so, on the one hand, many of y'all have pointed out, and rightly so, I think, that a common interpretation of this by the Hollow Knight lore community is not that the Grubfather has just eaten all of the grubs, but that this is a part of their natural life cycle where he's sort of going to act as a cocoon. And there is some stuff to support that. Like, I think some bugs do actually do that. I don't know if, like, grub types do, like, I don't know if this kind of bug does, but I think some, like, animals do that. And there's something in the Grubberfly's elegy description that says, contains the gratitude of grubs who will move to the next stage of their lives. So, like, yeah, I think you can read that into that. It is still ambiguous, though. Like, it could mean that that is the case, or it could mean what it just looks like on its face, and what just about every single person who first encounters this is going to think, is that, oh, so he just ate all the grubs I've been saving. Cool. And I don't think that ambiguity actually serves anything of use. Like, this is getting into my opinion here, but like, this game, as with most Dark Souls stories, is about encountering a place of great tragedy, right? Like, we are coming to a world where incredible tragedy has already happened. A kingdom has already fallen, and in addition to that greater, larger tragic story, there are tiny little tragedies still happening everywhere. Lots of characters still existing in this, like, dying world with sad stories, many of whom, like, have a tragic end. And that's just the way it goes with, like, all these stories, and that's fine. But Hollow Knight, like, the larger story is about you ultimately turning it around for, and in the long run, saving it for this world. Like, you're not going to be able to prevent you can't go back and prevent the tragedies that already happened, nor can you stop the tragedies that are happening right now, but in any one of these endings, at least temporarily, you are stopping the infection. In, like, the first ending, you replace the current vessel as the new one, as a stronger one, and yeah, you will eventually break down also, but for a while, you are going to end the infection in this place and give some hope for at least for some future, and perhaps just kind of a long-term cycle of this whole situation. In the sealed siblings ending, the second one we got, the same thing happens, but Hornet ends up trapped in there, and as one of the dreamers kind of like sealing that door, which ultimately that might be the most tragic ending, because, like, anyone who wants to go in and do routine maintenance on the seal, basically, which is what I've been doing, like, the key to get inside is locked inside the house. You know, like, we locked our keys in the car, basically, by having Hornet in there. So that might be the most tragic problem at all, that, like, eventually infection's gonna start seeping out of there again, and, like, the only way to get in, like, Hornet is also trapped inside, so yikes, that one's bad. But, like, long run, like, we seem to be actually taking out the source. Like, fighting the Radiance and defeating the Radiance is, theoretically, actually solving the problem here in a much more long-term way. Potentially. It's some interpretation needed there. But, so, like, we are solving some bigger problems. Still, most of the characters we run into have tragic ends, and there are lots of little tragedies around that we can't do a whole lot to prevent. This, though, is set up from the very beginning as, here is a tragedy that has already happened. Here is a very sad grub crying, and a whole lot of empty little holes where the little grub kids used to be. And you can go out into the world and do a whole lot of work and exploration to fix it, to bring all these little grubs back and save them. And, like, so you get to go through this whole story feeling like, all right, there's a whole lot of tragedy, but here's one nice small thing that I can fix and make better for some characters. And it's pretty unambiguously good feeling. To then have that wrap up with this, which, like, at first is just going to feel like a, twist, gotcha, it's not actually good. It turns out this also is actually bad. That one feels like just kind of a cheap gotcha trick, and even when you think more about it, it still is ambiguous at best. Like, you cannot say with certainty that this is actually a good part of their life cycle thing. It's likely, but it's still ambiguous, and you can't say that for certain. And I don't think that ambiguity adds anything of value to this. I think that could have just been left, in my opinion, as a positive success win. A small little way the Bug Knight makes the world better, but like, before the story ends. I think I would like that little mini story better if it was just more clear in that way. Personally. Anyway, enough rambling. There is one more thing we gotta stop by. And that's Divine's house. Because I didn't think to stop by there after talking to Leg Eater. I'm not sure there's actually anything different. But it's worth checking, right? Hello? Uh-oh. Well.
A final gift. I liked it very much. Very, very good. So good. Now I can follow Master.
Huh, wonder what that means.
That's enough, that's enough. I'm feeling very happy now. Now I can follow Master.
Who is Master? Is that Grim? Or someone else?
The most exquisite things I've ever experienced. I'll take them with me. Precious, precious memories of you. Precious tastes and smells.
What a delightful weirdo. And also rip Leg Eater, I guess. Well, I think that's everything. I think that's all the little loose ends that I wanted to wrap up before getting down to the final challenges of this game, of which there are still many. Maybe calling them final isn't the right word. But anyway, tomorrow when we come back, we are fighting and beating Nightmare King Grim. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. It may take a lot of tries, but I'm gonna do it. So, see you tomorrow for that, y'all. You have yourselves a great one, and I will see you for fights. Goodbye!